Well, hey, good morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us here and tuning into the Daily Brew. Now, one of the big stories today, of course, is the weather. We've been talking about that. We're keeping an eye on that. We'll tell you about that in just a minute. But for just a minute.
Are you telling me to stop talking about the weather?
Right.
Just
so,
for 1
I mean,
minute.
we've
Okay.
had it rough with the weather here lately,
Yeah.
right?
Three,
We have-
2, 1, go.
There's a
Okay.
warning.
1
No,
minute.
okay,
No,
1 minute.
We need you, though, to talk about it.
Imagine you're in Washington, D.C., because right now, it's picture perfect. You're walking with your kids because, the cherry blossoms are blooming and you get photobombed. But turns out you go home, you take a look and you're like, who is that? You zoom in and it's former President Barack Obama.
Just imagine that.
Right?
It turned out to be a really cool picture, though. Like you can see in the background.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you got Obama there. So not only did they get a good picture of their kids with the cherry blossoms at peak bloom, they also got a picture with President Obama. The moment was posted to Instagram, and then the former president later posted, quote, "My bad for stepping into the shot."
Classic. I don't care what president it is. If I have a picture that a president just happens to be walking by in
Pretty
the
cool.
background of, it's immediately framing it inside my house.
Boom, Christmas card for
just
the
as
year.
the conversation started. You see that? You see how that is?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I think I would, probably blow it up, mat it really nicely. We're
Yeah.
hanging it over the fireplace, maybe.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
awesome.
you're right. Whatever former president, that's where it's going.
And he's so casual.
I wonder at what point they realized it was him. Because just looking at that, I wouldn't be like, "Oh, that's Obama."
Yeah.
Right. Well,
But-
they were saying that they didn't notice till later, whenever they
Yeah,
got. They were
when
like, who is that? And
So I imagine
yes.
the other guy in the photo too is probably a Secret Service agent. So he didn't see the kids as a threat to say, "Hey, step out of the way for the former
Right.
president. We're just going to keep moving here."
I mean, as a part of Secret Service, is that part of your job too? Hey, don't photobob the family trying to take a photo, right?
Maybe he planned this. Maybe he chimed it perfectly. I mean, you got like in the body in the background too. It's like it's the perfect political photo you got right there. You got
Right.
the cherry blossoms. It's a perfect picture of Washington D.C. You got
Should be
a
in a history
president,
book.
you got the memorial, and you got the cherry blossoms all right
Yep,
there.
all right there. All right, the TikTok ban, let's talk about that for a minute. The suspension could actually end tomorrow if a deal isn't reached with the Chinese-owned ByteDance. And the company has until Saturday to sell the U.S. segment of this app.
All right, so here we go again. So a few people and companies have put their name in the hat to invest, and the latest bidder for that is Amazon. Sources say Amazon sent their offer letter to VP JD Vance and Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick. How much they're offering, what all is in on the deal, hasn't been released quite yet, but private equity firm Blackstone and YouTuber Mr. Beast also apparently wanting to put their name in the hat as well.
Okay, Mr. Beast might have the money for that.
Yeah. I think Amazon
know,
probably has the money for that as well.
Absolutely. But which one would you rather? I mean, I don't know.
I don't know.
More of Mr. Beast. I could see that.
I think if you're a TikTok fan, you don't care. As
Yeah.
long as you just leave it the same. We just take it over. We already enjoy the app.
Yeah.
So just make it similar to the content that we already see, and you're not going to have any issues with it. Now, your bank account's going to take a hit from purchasing this, but I imagine you're going to get that money back. You're going to recoup that pretty quickly.
You know, a lot of people, they worry about I don't want, TikTok to disappear, and I love using the app. But, I mean, have we done enough research on why the government is concerned about it?
Probably
I think
not.
maybe we need to look into that a little bit more.
There's a lot that goes into it.
Right.
And a lot of people are making their whole income on TikTok now too, which is crazy, but that's another reason why people are upset, because
Yeah.
then where does that
You
go?
take away their income, their
Sure.
job, right? I would be upset with that too.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens this time, I guess.
All right, the FDA approving, Stephen, you're going to love this, cultivated
what?
pork. Okay, now this is being rolled out in the Bay Area of California so far, so you're safe as of right now, Stephen. But Missions Barnes has taken a small sample from a
Why?
live pig,
Why?
fed it with base nutrients, and then grew a sample. Then they made that into pork without having
What
to
is
slaughter
base
the animal.
nutrients?
Wow, it looks delicious.
I mean, it's sort of like lab-grown nutrients. They combine it with pork fat and pea protein to get those things that you need in there, saying that, while it's not 100% pork, the texture and taste are pretty much the same.
Who asked for this? Pea protein?
Uh-huh. But it's sort of
Why?
like an agricultural evolution that's happening. People are testing and trying. It doesn't sound good.
it doesn't, and it doesn't look good, but maybe it's a good thing for some people.
Well, I think the idea of the company saying, that with influenza, swine, bird
Okay.
flu, things like
Got
that,
it now.
transmitting to pigs, the methodology is that, it's sustainable this
Yeah,
way.
just trying out something.
Okay.
I guess.
I'll get on board with that.
And pea protein,
Okay.
not something I'm super familiar with.
I can't wait to wake up in the morning and have my pea protein shake. It sounds amazing.
With your little bit of pork
Pork
grown
Yeah.
cell
grown
protein.
into the lab.
It's a similar texture
Fantastic.
though,
Oh.
so don't worry.
Thanks.
Okay. I haven't had breakfast yet, and I may not want to for a while now.
Cultivated pork on the grill.
All right, check this out. Let's end on a good one here. Have you heard about this? 17 critically endangered mountain bongo antelopes. They were recently transported from a conservation center in Florida to a wildlife refuge in Kenya. Now, they were on the verge of extinction with fewer than 100 left in the wild, of course, because of poaching. So DHL used its expert specialists, and they transferred them over to Kenya, where now they're on a 20-acre sanctuary, and they'll be released back out, be able to breed females and 5 males there, safely breed in the paddocks and grow the population.
So these are bongo antelopes, and they're endangered, I guess. So I've never seen one of those before, like a picture of one or anything.
They kind of remind me of a little bit of a zebra, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, sort of what they look like. But they've been absent for over 40 years. So it's time to get them going.
Love to see that. Good
Yeah.
to get introduce those back into the wild. They bring the whole family as well. It's not just an individual one. They got all of his friends out there as well. You're right. Zebra, antelope, and something else mixed.
It's a, yeah.
What are we missing?
What are we
Deer.
missing there?
Is it a deer, maybe? That-
Something. I've never seen a deer
ram.
look like that though. Reindeer? Maybe?
Something.
I don't know.
Something.
All right, but now we've had fun. Let's get back to the serious stuff. You can see it out here, lightning. The weather is a weather impact alert day.
Yeah, so let's break it down. Right now what we have is that first round of, we've had severe weather so far, but really strong thunderstorms. The risk for the morning hours until 11 a.m. is going to be the chances for some hail, the chances for some really strong winds as well. But also, I mean, we can just hear it right now. The gates have opened. It is a downpour out there right now. We're just after 7 a.m. We're getting on the bus. We're getting to work. This morning commute right now in Northwest Arkansas, not fun whatsoever. Give yourself a little bit extra time out there this morning. Even though the rain is going to come to an end by the time we get to the afternoon, early afternoon at that noon, 1 o'clock, the day's not over. We've got that severe risk that comes back by the time we get to the late afternoon, early evening hours, and we're going to have some time to build that instability back up, and that's going to lead to the chances of some more severe weather, the chances for some hail. But really the main risk for this late afternoon and evening hours is going to be the chances for a few tornadoes. The main risk is going to be across the river valley. You look at counties like Johnson, Logan, Scott, into parts of Madison County, Franklin County, Sebastian, and LaFleur. That's really where all that storm fuel is going to be this afternoon into the evening. That's going to lead to the risk of a few tornadoes. The highest risk for today is going to be across central Arkansas. Unfortunately, another part of the system as well, we've got heavy rainfall right now. We're going to get more tonight, and then almost all day long on Saturday, that heavy rainfall as well. This is eventually going to lead to some flooding. I don't want you to even consider right now, oh, I live next to a creek, I live next to a stream, but we'll be fine. This is not one of those days. 3 to 6 inches of rainfall over the next 48 hours. More than likely, if you live in those low-lying areas, you're going to have some type of flooding over the next couple of days. We talked about it earlier this morning. Those creeks, those rivers, those streams already full right now. With the rain that we're about to get, that's where we can run into some problems.
Definitely so. Yeah, so don't take it for granted. Keep an eye on that. And your 5 News weather team here will be tracking this. So make sure you're here on 5 Plus and at 5newsonline.com for the latest. Thanks for waking up with us on the Daily Brew. We'll see you back here on Monday.